Hello, everybody, and welcome to It's a Wild, 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 Wild Mount. I am Mr. DM, and with me are my fantabulous players. Hello, fantabulous players.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
So, very quick, we're going to jump right into it because we had a lot of crazy shit happen last game. So, announcements will be very, very quick. First announcement is just a slight addition to the actual stream. You will see in the lower left-hand corner a little white kitty. That's Gabriel. That is our official mascot of my stream now. He is basically a little memorial for our little buddy that passed away a couple of weeks ago. He was 25 years old. Awesome old man. One of the chillest little animals I've ever met, and loved Twinkies and chicken. So you might actually see him making comments about that throughout the stream. Yeah, and he will also say hello to you if you say something in chat for the first time. So that's the first announcement. He will also tell you things, also remind you about the next thing I was going to talk about is just to remind everybody that you have inspirations that you could give to the players. For each player, you get 2 chances. You get 2 opportunities to purchase with your channel points. Inspirations, you can give it to an individual or to the group. But you can also, if you're feeling saucy, give it to me. Everybody gets an opportunity to give me 1 inspiration to either help or fuck with the players. Depends on what's happening in the moment. But yeah, so that Gabriel will remind folks about that as well. And additionally, there will be tomorrow Friday Night Magic. Hopefully most of the bugs have been worked out. I'm not holding out a lot of hope because Wizards still has not gotten back to me about my tickets. But we will see what happens. Still enjoying the new set that just dropped, the Innistrad. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. At the very least, I get to play with my buddy Dead Ninja. And you get to watch me rage if I still get fucking bugs. And that's pretty much it. We still have stuff in the merch. All of that stuff will be, what's currently in there will be gone by November 1st. And there are actually a few new items in there. A few new mugs, t-shirts, and designs as well. So it's another way to kind of help out support what we do here on the stream. With that, that's all of the announcements. We can actually move back into where we were last time. So currently, we are where we left off. You were in the middle of an interesting battle in the orphanage as the last individual on the gentleman's list for you to essentially shake down for monies owed. You made your way in, seemingly in disguise, most of you looking like human nobles, but for some reason, Leopold making Squall appear to be one of the deputy Richters of Zadash, which for the most part seemed to have helped you on your way here to the orphanage. But currently, as you are now in battle with the orphans of this orphanage, the mistress of the actual orphanage shifted and transformed into something, you're not 100% sure what, screamed out, "The taxman cometh," which seems to have not only darkened all of the lights here in the orphanage, but somehow has magically sealed all window shutters and doors leading outside. She then promptly disappeared after you all decided to refuse her offer of protection against the gentleman and not take the generous half of the sum that she supposedly owed to the gentleman, and the battle quickly ensued. On the map itself, currently, the little red triangle that you will see on the map represents the small, tiny individual that you have essentially killed, who began attacking you. One of two. The other one ran into a set of double doors on the opposite side, closer to where Leah is, and slammed the doors behind them, disappearing. Galen also discovered in the room a large hole in the ceiling in which 3 small individuals dropped down and proceeded to throw 6 darts at Galen, which did some damage. Thankfully, he was healed up somewhat. But they're small, they're fast, and they seem to have a purpose, which is either get out of my room or, something else that you're not sure of. So that is currently where we are. When we left off, we were back at the top of the round. Let me actually put on some appropriate music for what we're going to be doing right now. I think this would probably be the one. There we go. All right. And so currently at the top of the round, we are looking at Galen. So jumping right into it, Galen, what do you want to do? You got these three little individuals who've just kind of separated themselves in the room after throwing multiple darts at you and accurately getting you. You also have a bloodied, dying female halfling at your feet as well. Between you and Squall.
I closed the door.
Okay. Door's closed.
I just say, nah, I ain't dealing with this. And I just closed the door.
Okay, the door's closed.
I tell the group that there's 3 halflings or gnomes in the other room. And in the room I just was attacked in.
Okay. You want to do anything else? I mean, you can if you want to.
Yeah, actually, I was going to go into this room, which I guess we look at this room.
Which room?
There's a door right here, correct?
There's a door here. There's a door in front of you here. There also seems to be a door here.
Okay, so Galen's just gonna go to the next door and see what's in door number 3.
Okay. No problem. Let's pop that open. And as you open the door, it looks like a large wash area. There's what seems to be like tubs filled with water. You actually get some steam that actually just kind of like wafts out of the door as you open it. The room is definitely humid, and you can see towels like strewn on some shelving, but for the most part, you're not sure if this is actually like a laundry or a possible bath area. Like it's unclear. You'd have to probably like go in the room and investigate a little more. But just on its surface, there doesn't seem to be anybody in there. But it does look like there is some heated rocks under the large tubs, which is making the water steam up.
All right, then I guess I'll go to this last door and see what's in door number 4.
Alrighty. And as you open that door, as you open this door, you see a number of long tables, scraps of old food and fresher food. This seems like a prep area, mostly for foods. You can see cutting implements, forks, spoons, knives, all over the place, plates. There are trays, things of that nature. And on its surface, at a glance, it doesn't look like there's anybody in there.
Okay. How close can I get back? Because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that was 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you have 10 more feet.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna get back to the door and hold my action for anybody trying to open the door.
Okay.
Still haven't found the bitch yet, as I told to the group.
Okay. And now, mind you, you could see most of all of those things because of your incredibly great dark vision. To everybody else who doesn't have dark vision, just so you know, like, it is pitch black. I mean, there's currently light on Squall's sword. If I recall, I think Jarena cast that last time on the sword. So there is light coming from Squall's sword. But outside of that, there are no other sources of light. So it's just, think of it essentially like he's holding, and while he's holding a sword, it's giving off light like a torch would give light. Alrighty. So that's your turn there, Galen.
I would turn on dancing lights, but I feel like holding my attack action would be better in case the gnomes or any of them decide to open this door.
Okay. Oh, and just as a point of clarification, also, there are a set of double doors here as well.
Oh.
So that's my mistake. I forgot to mention that.
Okay.
So, but they are currently closed.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, next up is Leah. Squall, you're on deck after Leah.
Do you mind refreshing me what was going on around me? Because I know that I moved.
Yeah, so you tried sending Lucy after the little halfling that was over here. Lucy tried to grab the bow from the halfling and was successful in doing so, but freaked this kid out, and he took out a sword and actually hit Lucy, which poofed Lucy. And currently, and we'll just mark it off here so you are aware, where Lucy poofed, there is currently what looks like a bed of flowers, just kind of like on the ground. But the kid then ran through the set of double doors here and slammed them behind him.
Are there any enemy targets that I can see?
Not that you can see. You have right here behind you stairs. There is also this way. There is a hallway going further down that you have not explored yet. So you do have. I'm sorry?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that you have not explored this hallway down this way. So, and here, and here are doors as well.
Now, when we did the reconnaissance and went through the orphanage, where were the locked doors?
The locked door that you found was over up here. And when you actually explored that room last time, actually Galen explored that room I don't know if he told everybody, but what I had explained was that there seems to be dozens and dozens of boxes in there, and there was names written on the boxes. Um, when Galen went and he basically exploded one of the boxes by hitting it to see what was inside of it. It exploded, and there were like little wooden dolls. Like there seemed to be some jewelry, things like that, things of that nature.
You didn't mention the like words on the box or on the papers before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said there were various names,
Sure.
in some of them in languages that you probably didn't understand.
Okay.
So
Which direction is everybody going in?
I'm gonna stick with the majority of the group, I think.
all right, well it's Leah's turn right now. So Leah, what do you want to do?
So I'm assuming that where that big void space is between the room with the little barracks and the rooms that we already went into is another room.
We also saw there was a room with what we assumed was a latrine in it that was locked
Mm-hmm.
because it smelled like a cesspool.
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of exploration to that room. There was just a lot of, oh, it smells like crap. And you didn't actually go into that room. So you're not entirely sure what's in there, but it smelled like it was probably like some kind of indoor latrine or something. And that was pretty much over here where you first came in.
I'm gonna head down the hallway towards the group. Is there a door over here, like between? I think the blue guy is Squall, right?
This is Squall right here, yeah.
So between Squall and the blue guy, is that a door?
There's a door here. This is a door that Galen just slammed, right here.
Okay, and we haven't gone into this room yet.
You
where
haven't
everybody
got,
else is in.
You haven't gone through these doors, which also seem to be a set of double doors. You haven't gone through this door. This is the two double doors that the little halfling ran into.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, there's a hallway going further down.
The void space in front of the over here in front of everybody, is that another room, or it doesn't have a door?
You mean this right here?
Yeah.
There's no door that you can see where you're currently at.
Okay. So I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna move over to there and hold my action. I think I have a better vantage from all of the directions around me. Hold my action if I see anybody or any enemy targets.
Okay, you're holding your action to do what specifically?
Crossbow.
Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Alright, so that is currently your turn. Squall, you are up next.
I'm going to proceed down the hall. You said, and open that double doors up ahead. And again, peer my sword into it to try to get some light into the room.
Okay, so as you open those doors, let me just adjust this really quick so everybody can see what you're seeing. All right. As you peer in, this absolutely is the kitchen. As you open up the doors, you can smell food just waft into your face. Smells of meats and vegetables. You can actually hear a pot boil, kind of sounds like it's boiling over a little bit, and you can see a little bit of a heated stones underneath that. At a glance, it doesn't look like there's anybody currently in there. But it looks like there was some preparation going on, and now nobody's watching the stoves.
I think I have one movement left, so I'm going to use that to step in and just peer. I guess just quickly peer around the room, make sure it's an empty room, and then which I'll proceed to start investigating the cupboards.
Okay. Make an investigation check for me.
$15.
15. You start to open up the cupboards that are like right next to the door as you walk in. And you start to see that, there's just regular like ceramic plates, cups made out of wood, very simple, nothing like extravagant or anything like that. Everything's got cracks in it, dents, chipped, but they're serviceable. It's not like they're terrible. And then as you begin to kind of look around a little more, and especially since you have light on your sword, you actually look up and you can see a 5-foot wide hole in the ceiling.
I'll call back to the group and say, "Hey, I found something over here." And looks like a hole. Maybe a tunnel or escape route or something.
Is it in the ceiling?
It seems to be.
Get out of there!
Okay. It doesn't seem like an immediate threat.
Get out! Get out of there!
All right, okay. All right, that's it for... Remember, everybody's turn is 6 seconds. All right. You still have an action if you want to take that. If there's anything you want to do with your action.
I'm just gonna stay. I'm just gonna like hold my sword at the ready because I'm kind of just. It's in front of everything I'm looking, so I'll be ready for a melee attack.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, so that's your turn. Next up is. Oh, okay. It's their turn. Galen and I would say Rowan and Jarina, make me perception checks, please.
13.
13. Rowan?
19.
Galen?
25.
Okay. The three of you can hear very distinct sounds of grunts and what sounds like scraping and thumping sounds coming from the room that Galen just closed the door from. And then, almost as abrupt as you heard those sounds, they stop. Okay. Next up is Phoebe. Phoebe, what would you like to do? Sora, you're after Phoebe.
I'm going to hold my action until I see or encounter a threat. So I'm gonna hold my bow at the ready.
Okay. All right, so you're holding your action. Sora, what would you like to do?
Okay, that's Galen. I'm going to go here. Hold on, for some reason I can't move my token.
Make sure you're using the hand thingy for the menu.
All right. Do I see anything around me besides my compatriots?
You can see Squall, because the double doors are open. You can see Squall in a room, kind of holding his sword up, like with the light on it. Galen's across from you. You can see the doors that Galen has opened up. You don't have dark vision, so you can't really see what's going on inside those rooms. But
I do have dark vision.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. So do I see anything in those rooms?
not from where you're standing. You'd have if you wanted to actually see in those rooms, you'd have to get in a doorway or actually go into the rooms.
Okay, I'm gonna hold my action until we're either attacked again or I see an opportunity.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. It's about this time that you all can hear definite sounds of movement upstairs above you, and what sounds like the weeping of children.
Okay.
And it's pretty distinct at this point. All right, Rowan, it's now your turn.
Who am I standing next to?
Jarina.
I tell Jarina, I'm going to wild shape and see what's going on upstairs. If I find the mistress, I'll start to howl, okay?
Got it.
So Rowan wild shapes into a wolf and heads for the stairs.
Okay, let's get a wolf out here. Let's see if we can find it. There we go. Wolf. All right. And what's your speed as a wolf?
I think it's 40. Let me double check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 40 feet.
Okay. So you can move yourself over to the stairs. You can actually get on the stairs if you'd like right here. That would be your full movement. If you wanted to actually continue up the stairs further, you could use your action to dash, which would give you another 40 feet. But that would put you completely on a different map upstairs.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Can you move me? Because every time I'm trying to move myself, I just get this weird line.
Okay. Just for future reference, the little hand is the move tool. So, you moved yourself into a dark room.
I didn't mean to do that.
Okay. All right. So, what would you like to do? Do you want to just use your full movement, or do you want to use your movement and action to run upstairs?
I'll use my movement and action to run upstairs.
Okay. You are now completely in a different map. So,
Sorry.
goody. Let's see. As that happens, here we go. An individual at the top of the stairs who seems to have been waiting for you, very tiny in stature, swings at you that you actually didn't see, hidden in the shadows. So that's going to be a 24 to hit. And you take 7 piercing damage. And with the sneak attack, you take an additional 12 piercing damage.
So that's 12 plus 7
Yeah, so 19
damage is what I take?
Yeah, 19 altogether.
Okay, so my wolf has 13.
Okay, so you take, so you'll take, so you shift back into your natural form, and you will take out of that 19, you will only take, why can't I do math? You'll take 6 damage, 6 piercing damage, as that carries over into your regular form. And as you look down, you can see this little gnome in what looks like rags and clothing, with this very, very sharp short sword that is now covered in your blood. And he just kind of grins at you. And he looks pretty like wicked looking, I guess would be a good way to put it. It's like yeah. And so that's what happens. He was actually holding his action, and unfortunately you ran up there.
I yell, "Mom on the stairs!"
You have a bonus action if you want to take it.
Is the sword still in his hand, or is it in my side?
Oh no, it's in his hand. It's in his hand.
Okay. Let's see. I can't attack as a bonus action, right?
No, if you have like a spell or a skill that it specifically says it's a bonus action to use, you can do that. But if it says an action, you've already taken your action.
I'm gonna wait a second. I still have a bonus action even though I already wild shaped.
Oh wait, no, you're right. No, I'm sorry, you don't. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot. Yeah. Okay.
I'd really
yep.
I'd like to punt the little shit down the stairs, but I can't right now. So
Yeah. And he's not at the top of the stairs. He was waiting around the corner as you got up to the top of the stairs, and then basically backstabbed you.
oh, so he's like up on the landing.
Oh no, you with your full movement at your dash action, you are in another room. And you actually you're in a hallway, and he was like waiting for you around the corner. He was like standing there waiting for someone to come up the stairs.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, and you're on a different map, so when we actually get back around to your turn, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Alrighty. It's gonna be interesting. I have never had to pull up a double map before. We'll figure out how to do it together. Okay. Next up is Jarina. Jarina, all of you hear Rowan like yelp as a wolf, and then you hear her actual voice. You know, there's someone at the top of the stairs.
I am going to move to where I heard Rowan's voice.
Mhm.
I did it again. Hold, please. That's as far as I can go.
Okay. You can't see Rowan. She's all the way. Where'd you go? Okay. All right. She's all the way at the top of the stairs, and she went further around. So.
Okay. What I am going to do then, I am going to cast guidance on myself.
Okay.
That gives me an extra D4 for one ability check.
But I
and
believe
it's concentration.
It's concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Until you use it, right?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you are concentrating on your guidance currently, but once you use it, it's gone.
And I'm going to end my turn.
Alrighty. All right. So, Phoebe, make me a perception check. 15. At the end of the hall, in those double doors that the other halfling went through, you can hear what sounds like a bunch of children crying. That's it. All right. So we're back at the top of the round. Galen.
He's not liking the sounds in the room in front of him, so he thinks something bad. They're cooking up something bad. So,
Okay.
and also not hearing crying children down the hallway, he's gonna go to who he thinks is in the most danger, and that's Squall.
Okay.
I'll end up there. And do I see anything in the hole, which is in the ceiling?
Make a perception check for me.
Will that be an action?
Yes. So just as a rule of thumb, unless I say like roll investigation or roll perception, if you ask to do something specifically like that, again, because you only have 6 seconds in this instance, that is an action. Because you're taking time to do it.
All right. I shall do. I will do perception checks to see if anyone's up there.
Okay. Go for it.
16.
16. As you look up, you really can't see. Like even with your 120 feet of dark vision, the most you can see looking through that hole, it kind of just looks like you can just see the ceiling of the room above. You can hear footsteps and movement around the hole, but you don't specifically see like individuals or people, or you just kind of hear the movement.
All right. I look to Squall and I say, let's get out of here and regroup with everyone else, okay? I hear people coming.
All right. And is there anything else, or that's it?
I want to, but I'll waste a key point, so that'll be my my action, I guess, because I used it up through perception check and movement. So, I mean, I can attack with a bonus action, but I feel like I can't save a bonus action as a reaction.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, I can't do that. So yeah, I'm done.
Okay. Alrighty, so let's see. So you're gonna stay where you're at, though?
Yeah. Hopefully, divide if more gnomes come down or halflings come down. Divide up the damage a bit.
Okay. All right. Next up, Leah. What would you like to do?
They didn't find anything in the room all the way down the hall to the left?
The one that they're in?
Yeah.
As far as you know, no. You can see both in the doorway. You can see Squall holding up his lighted sword, and Galen just went in.
Okay. And Rowan is still up the stairs?
Mm-hmm. You do not see her.
I'm gonna go towards Rowan. She did scream that there was a gnome at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go towards that with my rapier drawn, so that if the gnome comes at me, I can just hit him.
Okay. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. 40 feet will put you right here at the very top of the stairs, but not at the top of the landing.
Okay.
All right.
Now what do I see from there?
At this moment, you can see Rowan's back.
Do I see the gnome?
You do not see the gnome.
Okay. I would like to be on guard for the gnome. Since I can't move anymore.
You can hear creepy chuckling, but you can't see him. Not yet.
Can we still hear the crying children?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, does it sound like legitimate crying, or is it like set you up kind of crying?
Make an insight check.
So I rolled an 18. The giant chicken dice are wonderful.
What giant chicken dice? That doesn't sound legal at all.
There's a giant chicken inside.
Yeah, it's interesting. as you're listening, the crying sounds genuine, but it really didn't start until everything went down. So
Okay.
it's a little convenient, the timing, but the crying itself doesn't sound like somebody's faking. It sounds like scared children.
Okay. So it was probably a cry on cue kind of thing.
No, it with that roll, you can tell that it sounds like legitimately scared children.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to stay where I am. Again, I'm going to hold my action until either, the demon gnome shows up or something happens where I can be of use.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. Squall, it is now your turn.
All right. Well, the hole is concerning, but there's not much more. I'm not ready to climb into it, so I'm gonna step out of the room and proceed through the rest of the place. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So based on distance, this is another door, right? I would have to dash to get down here.
Where
Down south from my position. I just moved myself to it.
Okay, no, that's the prep room, and at the very end, and you'd be able to see this from the doorway. It looks like windows that are shuttered closed.
Oh. Okay. Okay. So the next doorway is probably over there. So then I'll follow. Okay, so then I'm change my direction and I'll follow my.
Actually, I'm sorry. There is my bad because I'm going to apologize because the map it's very difficult for me to keep track of. So I apologize. There is a door here also. Like right here, like at the corner.
I'd like to investigate that door.
Okay, you pop that door open. This seems to be some kind of, like, for lack of a better term, like a day room, like where possibly like the kids of the orphanage play. You can actually see toys scattered along the ground. Blankets and other pieces of like clothing sitting on benches on the floor. In the middle there looks like pillows where they can actually lay down and nap for a little while. And there's like a table also at the at the side of the room that has what looks like some dishes with some pastries and like you can see bites taken out of all of this stuff, but at a glance, doesn't look like anyone is in this room either.
Okay, so then I'm just gonna move a little bit further and then end my turn there because I'll probably continue to sweep the rooms.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So, let's see, next up. Galen, you were hearing those noises, and now you actually see what was making them as three individuals that you're very familiar with begin to drop down from the hole.
These are the same three?
They look familiar. They look similar, but you're not entirely sure until they begin throwing darts at you that these are the right guys, the same guys. And that's exactly what they begin to do. They actually, as they see you, all three of them smile and begin throwing darts at you.
Oh, fuck me.
Actually, hold on. No, one of them runs right up to you, and the other two begin throwing darts. So the one that runs right up to you begins, he takes 3 unarmed attacks and he's like he goes for the inside of your knee, the inside of your leg, and for your crotch. So the first hit, which is an elbow to the inside of the knee, is going to be a 16 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, you move your leg out of the way as quickly as you can. The next one, this is going to be for the side of your leg. That is absolutely a miss with a 6. And then the last one for the crotch
On the side.
is, wow, it was almost a 19 and rolled to a natural 1. So super lucky. And he looks a little dumbfounded at you as you move super fast and he avoid his hits. And then you look up and you see the other 2 throwing darts at you. So the first one throws 3 darts at you. That's a natural 20 for 25. All right, I'm gonna do all 3 rolls first to see if what hits. That's a 14. I believe that's a miss. And then the last one on that is a 13. It missed. So the only one that hit you was the crit. And so for the crit, with that 1 dart, you take 8 piercing damage. And then the other one proceeds to throw also 3 darts at you. So the first hit on that, that's an 8. What is up with these fucking dice? Jesus Christ, that's worse. All right, I'm switching to my regular dice because this is ridiculous. So all 3 miss. I see some laughing and I see some like So I'm switching to my regular dice, because I'm playing with 3, 4, 5 witches. Somebody hexed my virtual dice, so I'm going back to the old standard regular one. So
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me
neither.
Talk to the one who actually knows magic in this house. I don't.
All right. So that was all 3 of their turns. The 2 that threw darts, one is gonna move further back here. This one is going to jump up on one of the counters on the opposite side, but the one that's right there next to you, Galen, right, like literally at your knees, like at your legs, is not moving, is just standing there. Actually has a very determined look on his face. Alrighty. That was an interesting turn. Phoebe, it is now your turn.
So, sorry, hang on, the map zoomed out on me. Okay, so I'm gonna move my character to this corner. Is there a door there?
There's not a door there. It is just it just seems to be a wall. You could go further down the hallway to inspect if you'd like, but this is not a doorway.
Okay, I'm gonna maybe 10 feet.
All right. Okay, you can move
and
yourself.
I would like to roll perception.
So you're gonna move further. Okay. There is, as you move down, there is a set of double doors right here.
Alright, I'm gonna walk through that door.
Alrighty. As you open the doors, they are not locked, and they open, and you can see what actually is a washroom / privy. You
Walking
see,
into the Chamber of Secrets. Okay.
you in the middle of the room is a huge stone pool, currently filled with water. You can see some towels strewn about, and at the far end of the room, you can see what look like stall doors, like wooden stall doors, and there is kind of a smell coming from that back area. It's not permeating the whole room, but it's definitely a smell. And at first, at a glance, doesn't seem to be anybody in here.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. So that's your. Anything else you want to try and do, or was that all your movement?
I think that was about 20 feet.
Say 5.
I'm gonna
10,
stay where I am
15,
for now.
20, 25. Yeah, 25 feet. But yeah, you have 5 more feet if you wanted to use it.
I'm gonna stay where I am, being cautious.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Sora, it is now your turn.
All right. I am going to move up to where Squall is.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I'm being abandoned. Nice.
You can move up to me on your turn. And
Maybe magic missile.
That wasn't Squall. That's Galen.
oh, Galen. Okay.
Uh,
Sorry.
magic, please.
Hold on. What? Oh shit.
What's the matter?
I was gonna do something, but I'm gonna do magic missile on the halfling in front of him. What I assume is a halfling.
This definitely looks smaller than a halfling. Possibly a gnome.
Yeah. If I do wisdom or anything or investigation,
That's your
brings
action.
up my that's my action. So I'm just going to attempt to hurt it enough where he's not a threat.
All right. So what are you casting?
Magic missile.
Okay. So just let me know how much damage.
Hang on, I'm sorry.
What's the matter?
I'm just checking for first level how many die I roll.
It's only 3. It's only 3 darts. So
Okay.
it would be for each dart. It's 1d4 plus 1.
No, I got that. I was just looking to see how many.
3.
So 10 damage altogether.
Altogether? Okay. So yeah, so as you pull your spell book out and begin to pull the magic from your spell book and shoot it out, Galen, in front of you, you just see these 3 like purplish blue arcane darts just hit this tiny little gnome, and it just all right. And it's still standing.
Okay.
Oopsie. Drina.
Just to let you know, you have a DM inspiration.
Okay. Thank you. Good to know. All right. He took all that damage, just so you're aware. He did take all that damage. Kind of shook it off. Alrighty. What else would you like to do, Sarah?
I'm gonna. If I move back 1, I can still see him, right?
Yeah, you'd only be able to see that one because he's right in front of Galen.
All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Alrighty. So this is going to be interesting. So now, because we're kind of moving a little bit to the secondary map. So this is going to be a little theater of the mind a little bit until either you go downstairs or everybody comes upstairs. Because I've been playing around with this a little bit. It's going to be, considering that you're having a hard time with the maps as it is, I would have to ask you to open up yet another tab for another map. And not everybody would be able to see that, including you, possibly. So we're going to theater of the mind this a little bit. So the gnome in front of you, Rowan, still creepily laughing, is going to make 3 attacks with a short sword on you. And you can, and Leah, you, at the top of the stairs, you can hear like the as swinging the sword at Rowan, but you still can't see him yet. So for the first hit, oh, I'm gonna stop using these dice. So that's an 11. So that doesn't hit. We're moving to the old reliables here. Hopefully they'll work. This one is going to be a 15. Does a 15 hit you?
My AC is 12, so I think it does.
Yeah, so that hits. And then the last hit, that's not going to hit you. That's an 8. All right, so he only hit you once with his 3 attacks. And the hit that he did hit you with, you take 8 piercing damage. And then he is going to use his bonus action to disengage. And you watch him run. Can
I take an attack of opportunity or no?
Because he disengaged. So he does not provoke any of attacks of opportunity. And you watch him run into a set of double doors. And as he runs through these double doors, he runs through the doors that you, as a tiny little rat, squeezed under previously when you were going around checking this place out. But then the doors slam behind him, and you are left up at the top of the stairs on this landing by yourself. Okay, and it is dark. Just FYI. So, all right. So with that, Rowan, it is now your turn. So I'm gonna see if I can kind of give you the lay of the land here. So you're at the top of the stairs. Immediately to your right is a set of double doors. Far on your left, about 15 feet, are another set of double doors. Those are the ones that he ran into. And then directly ahead of you, there is one single door. The landing itself is pretty large there, but you can actually go around the stairs, and there's like there seems to be like a bench. There's a table, and then there's a door at the far end of the landing also.
I'm gonna wild shape again back into a wolf.
Okay. All right. You wild shape back into a wolf.
And I know they're waiting for me behind those doors. But I never got to inspect that door at the very end of the hall.
No, not the last time, no.
Let me think about this. Hang on.
I will say you can definitely hear crying. It's much more pronounced. The sounds seem to be coming from the double doors, both sets. And there's definitely shuffling and movement all around the second floor, but all of the noise that you're hearing seems to be coming from behind doors, nowhere around where you are currently.
Have I figured out yet that this is all just an elaborate trap? That the kids probably aren't crying, that there's probably enemies right behind every corner?
You would have to make a check to do that. Would you like to?
Yes.
Make an insight check for me, please.
13.
13. The sounds of crying sound genuine. It sounds like scared children. This place is massively huge. So even if it wasn't set up specifically to trap people, someone who's not familiar with the layout could easily get lost, especially if they're by themselves. So it could feel like a trap, and it might be, but you're not sure. It's just this place is massive and huge, and there's so many doors. You know, it could be a trap just coincidentally.
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay in my wolf shape, and I'm going to hold my action until I see until either I see that gnome again or something else fucked up happens. I mean, I'm
Okay.
holding my action. I would like my action as a bite attack.
Okay.
Okay, so if I see another enemy, I'm going to do a bite attack.
Gotcha. All right. No problem. No problem. That's one of the most specific things I've ever heard. Yeah, unless something else fucked up happens. That's perfect. I love it. All right.
I agree. Yes, it's very specific.
Yes. Alrighty. So with that, Jarina, you are up next.
I am gonna move up my max movement to group up with Rowan.
I lick her hand.
Well, what's your max movement again?
30.
30. All right. Hold on a second. I'm doing fantasy math. It's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah. So that's going to put you at... All right, so you are on the second floor. You're still on the stairs just past Leah, but you're not up on the landing yet.
Okay.
I snarl and I sort of stare in the direction that the gnome went.
Gadrino.
Sorry, I was gonna ask, am I within 5 feet of her?
You are within 10 feet of her.
Can I move 5 more feet so I could be within 5 feet of her?
You would have to use your action to dash in order to do that.
Okay.
Because you can get another 30 feet of movement, or 5 if you wanted, but since you used your full movement already, you would have to take the dash action.
Understood. Give me one moment. I just want to triple check on one of my thingies that I can do. She needs to be healed, so you know what? I'm just going to hold my action. If somebody gets within melee range and attacks, and I'm going to use my bonus action to heal Rowan.
Thanks.
You can't hold a bonus action. You can only hold an action.
No, my bonus action is healing word. I'd be holding my action.
So you're using your bonus action. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold my action since I can't. I'm not gonna use it to move closer. I can see her, so I can just heal her from afar.
Okay. So you cast is a healing word?
Healing word at level 1, yeah.
Okay. And Rowan, you feel a nice glowing warmth about you, but since you wild shaped into a wolf form and are at full hit points as a wolf, it doesn't really do much for you. But it feels nice. It's nice and warm and glowy, tingly. But yeah. So unfortunately, it doesn't carry over into her regular form because she's not in her regular form.
Gotcha. I won't be doing that again.
It's a nice thought, though.
Yeah. And you learn something about your druid. So think of it in terms of whenever Rowan wild shapes, she's actually giving herself a buffer of more hit points on top of whatever she already has. And if she wild shapes into something that has a lot of hit points, that's great. Because now, she won't have to worry until all of those hit points go away. But when she once she wild shapes, she instantly gets full hit points of that creature, not for herself.
So it's similar to like my false life.
Kind of, yeah.
Got it. I learned something new.
Yep. So, but you definitely once you try it and you realize what happens, yeah, you figure it out, no problem. Alrighty, so that's Sharina's turn. Let's see. Okay, yeah, you can now. Let's see. I will say, all right, Leah and Jarina are essentially upstairs. Actually, I need everybody to roll me a perception check, please. All right, so let's start with Phoebe. What'd you get?
17.
17. All right. Galen.
21.
All right. Jarita.
I rolled a nat 1, sir. I'm too confused at my healing spell.
Okay. Rowan.
21.
21. Leah.
15 plus 8, 23.
Nice. Sarah.
18.
18. And Squall. Here he comes.
Yep.
He doesn't have his headphones on. Yeah.
15. Nope. 3.
Three perception?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody except Squall and Jarina, you begin to smell smoke. There's and the crying is definitely intensifying now.
Guys, do you smell that?
All
I
right.
smell smoke.
I whimper.
It's not as strong where you are, Rowan, but you can definitely smell it, especially with your heightened wolf senses. Alrighty. So with that, top of the round, Galen, your turn.
Alright. I'm just gonna attack this guy.
Monk fight.
Oh, so he is a monk. Got it.
You didn't figure it out? I mean, between the darts and the unarmed strikes that looked like
I-
karate moves?
Well, okay.
Karate.
Alright, so I'm just gonna attack him with pretty much 4 attacks, and with my 4th attack, I want to essentially punt him. Just kick him away from me.
Okay, give it your best shot.
Alright.
That's what he says. He goes, give it your best shot, fucker.
So because I'm level 5, I have an extra attack, so I can punch 4 times.
Monks, man. Crazy.
First hit, 26.
26 definitely hits.
Second hit, 14.
Misses.
16.
Just hits.
Missile, please give me.
So the second round of hits is from your flurry of blows, right?
Yes. So
Okay.
the first two is just normal ones. Now the first one and this next one's going to be flurry of blows.
Gotcha. Okay. And so you got one more hit then. That was 3. You got one more attack.
17.
17 hits. So missed 1, hit with 3. And you keeping track of your key points, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I have 3 left.
Okay, perfect. All right. What you got for me?
First hit, 8 damage.
All right, you hit him. He's fast. He's really fast, but you're able. You kick out at him, and you get a glancing blow off of his shoulder. It's ugh. All right. Next one.
Second hit, 7 damage.
All right. This one is another glancing blow off of his other shoulder. It's like, all right, fucker, come on. Third one.
10 damage.
10. This is a square kick right in the middle of his chest. And he's knocked back slightly. He's like, ugh. And he gets up and he just looks at you. Nice technique. All right.
And then
He's still up. Yeah.
Yeah, and then my final hit. Do I have to make a strength?
Well, no, that was 4. That was 4. You
No,
missed.
that was 3. I
Right.
only rolled 3.
No, you rolled 4. You missed with 1.
Oh yeah, I did. So I
Yeah.
didn't kick him far enough.
No, so you hit him, but if you're actually trying to move him or kick him, that's not something you can necessarily do without a specific feat that allows you to do that.
Oh, so I figured because he's a gnome.
When you kicked him, it felt like you were kicking stone.
Oh.
Yeah, so yeah, you can keep trying to kick him across the room.
Stone gnomes?
In a manner of speaking, like it felt like he wasn't light, like he was muscle, like you were kicking solid muscle. But yeah, he is still like there's like a little trickle of blood coming down his mouth, and he's just kind of rubbing his shoulders where you kicked him, and he seems to be preparing himself for his attack. But he is still up. Anything else you want to do? Because that was your action and your bonus action. You still have movement, and since you used flurry of blows, you have your disengage and all that good stuff. So, what would you like to
I
do?
can still disengage.
Well, yeah, when you use your flurry of blows, right? That's
Oh right, I forgot.
don't
Holy
shortchange
shit.
yourself, man. Remember, you're a hit and run. Like that is what your class and specific subclass are built for, is hit and run. You want to stand there till it's his turn. I'm cool with that. Like that's fine.
I only have 3 hit points, so nah, I ain't doing that shit.
All right, so yeah, you get your automatic disengage. Yeah, move where you're gonna move.
I'm gonna close the door if I can.
You wouldn't be able to. You can run out of the room, but like it would take like literally like a whole action for you to just kind of close the doors and
Wait, so
because that was a lot. Like there was a lot to do. So
I was like, bye, and
Yeah.
then I run away.
yeah, and as you run, he's like, all right, you don't want to have more fun?
All right, so you know what? I am actually gonna run towards a healer. So that was what 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay,
Yeah, you got a lot
1,
more
2,
movement.
3.
Yeah.
3, 4. All right, so I moved 20 feet. I still have 30 more feet. So.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, you run into the hallway and your healer. You don't see your healer at all.
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that they're somewhere here. I can make it here, right?
Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Yeah, you can make it right here.
All right. As I run past, I'm like, close the door! I tell Sora. There or one more?
One more. You can move one more. There you go.
I'm right next to Squall. I'm just breathing. Knives in me again. Just like.
Alrighty. That was a good round. You did a significant amount of damage to that dude. It just happens to be pretty tough. Alrighty. Here we go. Next up. That was a really good turn, Galen. Leah, it is now your turn. So you can see Rowan's now a wolf. You heard some running and then door slam. And then you began to smell smoke, which smells like it's coming from downstairs, not particularly upstairs.
I'm gonna come up to join Rowan.
Okay.
What do I see when I'm up there?
All right. So when you get up there, you see currently 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, there's this large as you come up the stairs, it is a huge landing, right? It's not small or anything. It's a huge landing. It's almost like its own room. There are double doors immediately to your right. There are double doors about 10 feet to your left. There is a door directly 5 feet in front of you, and then behind you, maybe another 15 or 20 feet, is another door. And you can also see like benches set up in this hallway for people to like sit and, just whatever.
I can't see where the gnome went that attacked her.
No, you didn't. You heard the attack and then you heard running, but you have no idea which way it went.
But you see Rowan staring at a door, the double door.
All right. Rowan, are you too injured to come with me?
Nope, I'm holding my action.
That was quite
All
the
right.
echo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. Can I go over to the double doors?
All right. Well, because you specifically don't speak wolf, what I'd like to do, what I'd like for you to do, is roll an insight check to see if you can get what Rowan's trying to put down.
She snarls a bit too.
That could mean you have gas. Like she's not sure. Yeah. Technically.
It's insight?
Insight, yeah.
Okay, 15 plus 2 is 17.
17. Okay, yeah. You get the general idea that, she's pointing you in the right direction of where this gnome went to. And when you kind of ask her if she's, healthy enough to go with you, she kind of growls and snarls at you.
All right, I'm going to go over towards the door.
Okay.
Carefully, very carefully, looking for traps along the way.
15, 20, 25. Okay. So as you get to that door, and you're looking for traps on the door?
Yes.
Okay, make an investigation check for me.
Uh, 19 plus, wait a second. 19 plus 3, 22.
Okay. The door is not locked, but it is definitely trapped.
Okay.
What do you can attempt to unlock it with your thieves tool. Not unlock. Disarm the trap.
All right, I'd like to disarm the trap then.
All right, so that's going to be a thieves tools check. So that is a D20 plus your proficiency bonus plus your dexterity bonus.
Okay, so chicken dice was 11, and then proficiency bonus
Mm-hmm.
+3, and dexterity is +5, so +8. So 11 plus 8 is 19.
19. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty sloppily done. Like it seems to have hastily been put together. And you can see like there's this kind of rope in between the slit of the door that is definitely like attached to both handles. And you're not sure what'll happen, but using your thieves tools, you kind of slide them in between both handles, and you're able to use the sharp end on two of them to just snip the rope around, and you can see it just kind of fall away from the door handle. You wait for a moment to see if it actually activates the trap from the other side, but it doesn't seem to. It seems that however you disarmed the trap, definitely just you stopped it from happening from when you decide to open the door.
Okay.
So you have 5 more feet of movement. So if you want to go through the door, you can, because it is unlocked and now it is untrapped.
I'm not going to go through the door just yet. I'm going to stand there. And does the untrapping count as an action?
Yeah, that was an action.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to stand there. I'm going to keep my keep aware of what's going on around me.
Okay.
And I'll stay by the door. I'm assuming Rowan is near me.
Yes. Well, she'll be able to move towards you on her turn.
Okay.
And remember, you have a bonus action. You can disengage, you can dash, you can also stealth if you want to. It is dark in this hallway.
Let me
I'm
stealth
also I'm holding my action, Leah. So if you want to do something, I'm gonna attack right next to you if something happens.
Well, you're not next to her yet. Like, she moved over towards the door. You, Rowan, are still like 10 feet away from that door. So you
Yeah,
won't
but my movement is 40.
Right, but you won't be able to move until your turn. You can't.
But I'm holding my action.
I understand that. You can only hold an action. You can't hold movement. You can't hold a bonus action. So if something came right up to you, your action is to bite them, but you can't move to them and bite them. That's two different things.
Okay.
Okay. So when it's your turn, you can absolutely move to where she, right next to where she's at. But Leah, if you wanted to, like I said, you can stealth. Again, I don't want you guys shortchanging yourself. You have lots of skills. You have lots of things that you can do.
I'd like to stealth as my bonus action.
All right. Roll me a stealth check, please.
Okay, chicken dice was 16 plus 8, so 24.
Okay, you feel pretty well hidden. And next time we're together, I'm gonna have to measure your chicken dice. I'm gonna have to calibrate it. Is a really good way to calibrate it. Make sure it is street legal, as the kids say. I'm joking.
It came with a whole bunch of ducks too.
Yeah, I've seen those. Those are pretty cool. All right, so Leah, that was your turn. Squall, it is now your turn. You saw Galen just run like a bat out of hell out of that room towards you. He seems pretty bloodied and beat up as he's pulling a dart out of his chest. But is still standing. What would you like to do?
The room directly in front of me, right? Is that that's where he came out of, right?
It was the place that you had initially were in, the what looks like the kitchen.
Got it.
This area.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Galen, wasn't it you that told me to get out of that room? How'd you wind up looking like ingredients for one of their menu items?
You listened
Anyway.
to my advice, and I put a thumbs up with blood slowly pouring out of my mouth.
Very good. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna go over here with my movement, and then I'm going to ask the group here, how's it looking over here? And then I guess ready in action, ready in attack action in case something comes in my range. But otherwise, that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna take Leah off of there because she's actually all the way up the stairs now. And yeah, Jarina is where you see her. Okay. All right. Yeah. So you're holding your attack action in case anything happens. You can definitely hear movement. Most likely your companions further up, but you can't see them just yet. Except for Jarina, you can see Jarina.
Well, I'll be asking Jarina how are things on this end.
Okay. Rowan's a wolf.
It's probably important information, so that's good.
Excellent.
Alrighty. So next up. Okay. Yeah, this beat up little gnome sees you, Sora, at the outside of the door and is gonna run right at you. And is gonna take 3 attacks on you. And he looks pretty beat up, but still kind of like up and ready to fight. And he just runs up on you and goes, "All right, since your friend doesn't want to play, I'm gonna play with you." The first hit is a 19 to hit. Okay, the second one is a 6, which is a miss. And then the third hit is a 21. So miss 1, hit with 2. All right. So with the first hit, you take 5 bludgeoning damage, and I need you. Let's see. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
Wait, Sora.
11?
Didn't you activate a spell that had you resistant to piercing, bludgeoning, and
It only lasts for a turn.
Oh, wow, that's useless.
Pretty much.
Okay. You are currently holding your spell book, and as he punches you, you drop your spell book.
No.
Which, because just as a reminder, because of the type of wizard you are, you cannot cast without holding that spell book. On the second hit that he hit you with, he missed the third one, but the second one, you take 9 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
18.
18. You feel your muscles begin to lock up, and then you use your dragonborn strength to just kind of like shake it off, but you feel like you probably were about to be stunned. And then he just kind of stands there and just kind of looks at you. He's like, "All right, it's been a while since I fought a fucking wizard." All right. Then the next thing that happens is, and you see this, Sora. You're probably the only one who sees this. You watch one of the other individuals, run up to the door, and then slam the doors. And now the doors are closed.
Okay.
So now it is only you. It's you and this little guy, duking it out, as it were.
Yeah.
So that's their turn. Phoebe, it is now your turn.
What do I hear at the bottom of the steps that I see there?
You can see steps going down. You'd have to go down those steps to see anything. You don't see what's at the bottom of the steps currently.
Can I roll perception to hear or try to make of what's going on?
Well, I'll say this: the things that you can perceive without a perception check currently, you can smell smoke. You just heard Galen run up to like right around the corner to where you're at. He was talking to Squall. He seems pretty beat up. And you definitely hear what sounds like someone getting hit. And what sounded like Sora getting hit. But if you want to perceive what's down at the bottom of the stairs, that's definitely a perception check that will be in action.
$19.
19. As you're kind of squinting and trying to check, it's hard to make out, but you definitely see very quickly like the glint of what looks like a doorknob. So it's possible that there's a door at the bottom of these stairs. But again, to be sure, you'd have to get closer. So that's your action. You have a movement and bonus action. What would you like to do?
Just move 5 feet, and then that's gonna be it.
All right, that's it. Okay. Alrighty. Next up is Sora.
Okay, I am going to use my dragon breath,
Okay.
which I am currently looking for. One moment.
No problem.
All right, it's 15-foot range.
Oh yeah, he's right in front of you. You're not gonna miss him. Might set a door on fire though, but
I mean,
it's up to you. Yeah, you got it. Do what you need to do.
the DC for this saving throw equals 8 plus your Constitution and your modifier. Your creature takes 2d6 damage on a failed save and half as much damage on a successful one. The damage increases to 3d. Oh, never mind that.
All right, so roll your damage, and then let me know what the DC is.
All right, so it says 10,
Right.
and the DC is. It's supposed to be mine, right?
Yeah, it's your DC. Whatever your spell
All
DC.
right.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
not your spell DC. What you said 8 plus.
That would be my Constitution modifier. So, which I'm looking for, is +2.
So 10.
10 plus 2.
So 12.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's a Constitution saving throw of 12. That's what I have to beat. That is a 13.
For fuck's
So
sake.
he takes half the damage. Like he doesn't take no damage. So he will take 5 of fire damage. And as you just and just exhale fire in his general direction, he begins kind of like dodging. Yeah.
One second, I'm sorry. It says my Constitution modifier plus my proficiency bonus. So that would be extra added damage, right?
No, not that's for the DC. That's not extra damage.
Okay.
So he's dodging out of the way, but you watch as like you burn some of his skin, you burn some of his clothing, and he's like, oh, you're fucking tricky. All right. Still standing.
I am going to take a chance and move back 3.
Your spell book is still on the floor at your feet.
I know.
So you're gonna move.
but
You're gonna move
I-
without it.
I can't reach, or I can reach for it.
You could have with an action, but your action was your breath.
Then I end my turn.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I'll give you the option. If you want to grab your book and run, you can do that.
Okay, yeah, I do.
Okay. He's going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
Mm-hmm.
So the first hit, that is a 22 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Phew, 20.
You are almost knocked prone, but you catch yourself, and you keep running.
Okay.
He does have 2 more hits. That is... Hold on a second. I want to double check one thing real quick. Hold on. Okay. No, he does not take the next 2 hits.
Oh,
Huh?
No, actions in combat. I can disengage as well, I think.
Well, no. You already used your action.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Got you.
So if you're only rogues and certain other classes have a bonus action to disengage. Everybody can use disengage as an action.
Gotcha.
Okay. So you run, you take that hit, but you make your way away from him. Alrighty. So that is your turn. That was your turn, Sarah.
It was supposed to be 3 squares away.
Okay. You can move yourself where you need to be. Alrighty. So that would mean it is Rowan's turn now. So you're about 10 feet away from where Leah is, and Leah is right in front of the doors.
I approach the doors.
Okay. So you can't actually be in front of the doors because Leah is, but you're right next to Leah.
Yeah, I'll just be on the other side.
Okay. All right. Perfect. And are you going to hold your action?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. All right. Jarina, it is now your turn. You just saw Rowan move away from the stairs and move towards where Leah went towards.
Okay.
But you're still like in the middle of the stairs. You're not on the landing yet.
Did I hear any commotion from downstairs? Like Galen talking to Squall or whatever was going on with Sora?
I will say... What's your passive perception?
My passive perception is 12.
12. You probably heard some talking, but you're not entirely sure what was said.
Gotcha. Then I am going to have to continue following Rowan and Leah.
Okay. So you move up. You are now on the landing. It is pitch black. There is no light in here. But you can kind of see the general outline shape of Rowan.
I do have dark vision if that's helpful.
Okay. You can see them in grays. Like when there's no light, your dark vision does make everything gray.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is on my tentacle rod, I'm gonna cast light on it.
Okay. So as you cast light on the tentacle rod, the light goes off on Squall's sword. But now you're lit up, and so Leah and Rowan, you now you can now see it's like torchlight. So it is now
And-
very visible.
I'm gonna end my turn.
Alrighty. Okay, and so with that, that actually brings us to the top of the round. And as you're all just kind of like maneuvering and trying to figure things out, you can hear this voice permeating throughout the whole orphanage.
If you think you're going to make it out of here alive, you have another thing coming. You should have taken my offer. It's too late now. Don't worry, though. They'll never find your bodies.
Feck off.
And with that, we're going to take our break. Alrighty, so we will be back momentarily. So stick with us, and we will see what happens in the rest of this weird, interesting orphanage fight, which probably is on fire. Like no one knows. Nobody's really checking, so we'll see. So we'll be back in a few minutes. And see what happens. So see you then. Hello, everyone. We are back. Oh, that's the second floor. Let's put it back on the first floor. Alrighty. So yeah, so now we have both maps up. You'll be able to see what our players are seeing and vice versa. But we are currently at the top of the round. There was an ominous, you'll never get out of here alive kind of thing that just that happened before we went to break. But now it is Galen's turn.
So, let's see, what can I do? Well, I have 3 HP, so I'm gonna pop a healing potion, my only one.
Okay. That's a bonus action. So 2d4 plus 2.
That would be 8 hit points.
All right. Nice. You are healed up 8 hit points. You feel better already. So you have action and movement. What would you like to do?
Let's see. With my newly acquired hit points, I am going to lose all of them by running towards the gnome again and attacking I used my bonus action with 2 attacks.
Okay. So you run up on him. Go for it.
All right, that's 30 feet.
Yep. So
Okay.
roll for attack.
All right. Oh, great. 10.
He dodges out of the way, and as you come running up, he goes, "All right, we get to play."
All right.
All right, second attack.
Miss both. So I'm losing all my HP.
Yeah, he is dodging you, and he is again. Not only is he small, he is quick, and he quickly just dodges out of your reach, and is just kind of nodding. He does not look good. Like, he's bloodied. He's definitely hurt, but he's still up and ready to attack. So, all right, that's your turn. Leah, it is now your turn. And we switch to upstairs. Switch maps. Bam.
So I'm by the door. Rowan is next to me, and is that Jarena behind us?
Yes. So this is a set of double doors here. That's what you just got rid of the trap from. There's a door here. There are 2 double doors here as well, and then there's a door back here.
Okay. Guys, I'm gonna open up the door, so we should all be ready for anything. So I'm gonna open the door very carefully, standing to the side so nothing can, jump right in my face and kill me.
Okay. No problem. Hold on 1 second. While I check something really quick. Give me 1 second. Okay. You open up the doors. Right? That's what you want to do?
Yes.
Okay. As you open up the doors, immediately you see about 7 children just and they're just kind of like randomly throughout the room, and they all look scared. Some of them, their faces clearly like there's tears in on their faces, and you see a number of beds as well. Yeah, so that's what you see as you open the door.
Do I see the little guy who attacked Rowan?
Make, oof. From where you'd have to go into the room and make an investigation check, because while there is some light coming from Jarina's tentacle rod, there is no light in this room, and you'd really have to like inspect them carefully to see if you can find which one it is.
Okay, I'm gonna yell out to everyone. It's full of children, and I'm gonna slowly enter the room, expecting this thing to be anywhere.
Okay. Yeah, and you can hear some of them still like kind of sobbing and weeping. So yeah, you can put yourself wherever you like in the room.
Is there anywhere that you guys can go that you'd be safe? Hide under the bed. And while I'm saying this, I'm looking for that guy that attacked Rowan. Or anything that looks not children-like.
Okay. So as you say this, I want you to make a persuasion check. At disadvantage because you are a stranger, and to them you look like a noble right now. So a human noble. So
Okay, I rolled a 4 plus 5 is 9.
9. None of the kids really move, but they definitely seem afraid of you. Or afraid of the situation. You're not sure. But if you want to check, this is going to be your action, so make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually, I'm sorry, this is going to be perception, not investigation.
Okay. 16 plus 8, 24.
24. All of the kids seem very, like, genuinely frightened.
Okay.
Except for this one. While this one looks like they were crying, this one is eyeing you very, very weirdly and doesn't seem as shaken or as upset as the others.
Okay. We're not here to hurt you. We're just here to find out who attacked us. And I'm going to walk slowly towards the one that's not as terrified of me.
Yeah, you could, if you wanted to with your full movement kit, you could get right over here.
Okay. Now I want to make sure there's nothing under the bed that's going to grab my feet.
Okay. Well, that's your full turn. That's your whole turn.
Oh.
Unless you want to make,
Okay.
unless you have a bonus action that you'd like to take.
Bonus action. I don't know if I can do anything other than go stealth, and they already saw me.
Yeah, you are clearly there. Like that is just. All right, and yeah, the one that kid is just kind of like eyeing you, like. All right.
Okay.
All right, so that is your turn, Leah. Next up, Squall. It is now your turn. Let's switch maps.
I will be making my way up to the second floor.
Okay, so I'll switch back. All right, so you make your way up to the second floor. Let me put you on the map. How far are you are you using your full movement?
Yes.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, yeah, that'll put you right here, right at the top of the steps. You are now on the landing with everybody else. You're right next to Jarina.
Okay.
That's your full movement.
Got it. Jarina, what's the situation look like up here?
We found the kids.
Like actual kids?
I guess so. Leah's in the room with them. They're crying in there.
That's because she's probably in there. Anyway, okay. Well, I guess that's good. But we haven't found the caretaker. So I guess we should keep looking. I imagine there's doors near me that they're being blocked off.
There is a set of double doors here.
Okay.
There's a door here. And then you can just right around the corner to the back of the room, you can see a door
Okay.
back there. Throughout this whole time, you can definitely hear like what sounds like people moving and shuffling and noises like that. Definitely sobbing and crying, things like that. Like that's just permeating the whole time.
Do I have enough movement? Can I reach to that door? I'd like to continue breaching rooms here.
No, that was your full movement.
Okay.
You'd have to be like right in front of the door to open it.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to end my turn like that.
Okay. You still have an action if you want to hold your action, like just in case.
Yeah, I'll just hold a disengage if possible. Can I do that?
Holding
Or-
a disengage. That's not necessarily like a reaction. Like holding an action.
Okay, so then I'll just hold a melee action.
Okay. I mean, technically speaking, you can hold it disengaged, but I don't know how that would work. I mean, I guess if you try to run away, but you can't run as a reaction, so it's only you can't. I mean, the rules are weird that way, but yeah, so you can hold an attack. That's no problem. All right, so that's Squall's turn. All righty, it is time for monk on monk action, folks. As I know that sounded so bad. I'm sorry. So let's switch maps here real quick. As Galen's little buddy there is going to try and break his legs.
No.
Because I mean that's the closest target. So he's gonna do his 3 attacks, going for the knees and then the crotch again. It seems to be his signature moves for tall people. So the first attack, all right. So do I want to use digital dice or do I want to use real dice?
I mean, either way, you have DM inspiration.
Yeah, I know, but fuck it. I'm gonna use the digital dice. All right. So first attack on your legs goes elbow to the knee, and he rolls. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration because that was a terrible 9. That is a natural 20 for 25. So the first thing that's going to happen is I'm going to roll the damage. That is 9 bludgeoning damage. Are you still up?
Yeah.
Okay. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh yay, 27.
Okay. You felt your knee buckle and you almost fell to the ground, but you were able to catch yourself. Second attack. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, don't need to roll damage. I'm down.
You had like what? 1 hit point?
2 hit points.
Hit point. Okay. Galen goes down unconscious into the ground. And he just kind of looks at you and spits blood on your head. And while you're down on the ground, he's going to punch you again. He gets advantage because you are prone and unconscious on the attack. Yeah, that is a 23. So you automatically fail 2 death saving throws. And as you're kind of on the ground, and Sora, you see Galen on the ground, just not moving, and this little gnome just stomps on his neck, and you hear a crack, and you see, even though Galen's eyes are closed and he's barely breathing, you watch as he spits out a big glob of blood on the ground in front of him, and his breathing seems very, very bad right now. And then the little gnome just kind of looks and goes, "Yeah, I guess you were too fragile to play with." And then he is going to run up to you, Sora. But that was the extent of everything he could do. So,
All right. I am going to disengage, take my movement, and dash as well to the top of the stairs.
okay. Well, let's see. So your action is to disengage. All right. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can make your way. Let's see. You can get up to here with 30 feet of movement.
Yeah, and I'm dashing.
No, you can't disengage
Oh, I can't
and
dash.
dash.
That's right. Okay.
You can
I
do
switch it up then?
You can do one or the other. What would you like to do?
I was there, right?
Mm-hmm. So what would you like to do?
I'm going to move back my 30 feet.
So you move
And
away
I'm
from
going
him.
to, yes,
He's-
I'm going to cast Witch Bolt.
Well, first he's going to take his attack of opportunity on you as you move away from him. That is an 18 to hit.
Yep, he hit.
You are going to take 9 bludgeoning damage. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
12.
12. As he hits you, he hits some kind of nerve in your the rib cage area, and you are.
Oh. Can I use a group inspo? No, too late, right?
I'll allow it if everybody's good with that.
Yes.
I'm fine with.
Okay. So roll
That
another.
was worse.
So unfortunately, you are hit in a nerve cluster somewhere in your ribs, and you immediately feel all of your muscles begin to lock. You are stunned until the end of this guy's next turn.
Okie doke.
And so you're just kind of like standing there, like unable to move.
Okay, so should I put myself like, I don't know.
So you're actually going to be, you would be, as you move away, you probably only made it 5 feet, so you're right there.
Okay.
All right. So that's actually, hold on a second. It wasn't even your turn yet, Sora.
Oh, I thought I was after the gnome. Well,
No,
damn.
no, Phoebe was after the gnome. But I mean,
Fuck, I'm sorry.
that's okay. I know you're like, oh my god, he's coming right at me. I get it. It's fine. Phoebe, your turn. You just heard a loud thrashing, and you heard Galen call out, and then a thump on the ground. What would you like to do?
I am going to move towards the commotion.
Okay. So put yourself where you would like to be. Okay. Yeah, you can see Galen on the ground, barely moving. You can see Sora standing there, kind of like twitching, but just like not moving. She seems to be paralyzed or something. And this little gnome is just like looks like he's ready to go in to keep attacking Sora.
All right, I'm gonna draw my bow.
Okay. Are you gonna attack him? Go for it. Roll for attack.
Does 21 work?
21 does hit. Roll for damage.
$11 damage.
Okay. 1 second. Yeah, he can't do that because he already used his reaction. All right, so he takes. Yeah, so as you shoot him, the arrow sticks in his arm. He breaks it, throws the arrow down, and sees you literally for the first time. He's still up.
I would like to go for a second wind and hit him again.
Do you mean action surge? Second wind heals you.
Oh, okay. Do I have action surge? I should.
Do you not get a?
Yeah, I do.
But do you
You've
also?
used it before.
No, that's arcane shot. I do have action surge. Though.
But here's a question though: do you get 2 attacks normally now at your level?
I don't remember.
Just look in your sheet.
Says, yeah, no, but it says actions in combat. I can take 1 additional action on my turn with action surge. And I have
right. No, action surge. Yeah, action surge always does that, but you also, at certain levels, get an additional regular attack. That's what I was asking.
It says attacks per action 2. So
okay,
right.
yeah. So you don't have to use your action surge. You automatically get another attack. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh
so
yeah, no, I got it.
Yeah,
I was trying to find it too.
Okay.
23.
23 does hit.
Basically, you're just OP.
13.
All right. How do you want to kill this guy?
Shoot him
Thank God.
between the eyes. Shoot him right between the eyes.
Yeah. So as he breaks the arrow off, throws it down, looks up at you, arrow right in between the eyes, and he's just like, and then falls backward, unmoving.
I call it to Jarina. We have 2 down.
Let me tell you something. If Sora hadn't jumped the gun on her turn, and I didn't allow it, and we retconned it, he would have been able to catch those arrows, at least one of those arrows, and he would have still been up. So you are very lucky. You got very lucky.
Yeah.
So, but he's down. And yeah, so that was your movement, and that was your action. So if you have a bonus action you'd like to use, you can do so. Otherwise, we can move on.
I'm going to move back into the corridor where I originally was. Although it's not going to be by much because I did move 25 feet.
All right, so yeah, you only have 5 more feet. All right. So yeah, that little dude is gone.
I struggle out and trying to catch my breath and say,
you're still stunned. You could go. Every muscle in your body is locked up.
You hear me say, "Oh, fucker!"
All right. Okay, moving on. Is Sarah's turn. Sarah, you're stunned. Okay, so next turn, we will be moving upstairs. So as we move upstairs, let's switch maps. All right, so Leah, as you're standing there and you're just kind of like looking around at the kids, they're sobbing and crying and definitely like very leery of who you are. The kid that you kind of marked as like not as afraid of you as the others, he just kind of like, and then he pulls into his cloak, pulls out a short sword, and goes to stab you.
I have uncanny dodge, correct?
Yes, you do. But
I'm gonna dodge and try to disarm him.
Okay, well, it's not your turn yet.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's his turn. So he, you can use uncanny dodge once you know what your damage is, because you're basically having that damage.
Okay.
So, but let's see. Thankfully, let's see. All right. So thankfully, he's not getting his sneak attack, but he does take 3 attacks at you. So the first one is going to be a 25 to hit.
That hits.
The second one is a 10. I think that misses. And then the third one is an 18.
That hits.
Yeah, so he misses. He misses once, hits twice. So the first hit, as he takes a swipe at you, you take 10 piercing damage.
And that's halved because of uncanny dodge, right?
You can use the uncanny dodge for that, yeah. And then the second one, you take 6 piercing damage. So you can only use uncanny dodge once per turn. So you have the first damage, you take the full second one.
So it's 11 total.
Yeah. And then he kind of looks at you with a tear-stained face, and then goes. He is going to disengage as his bonus action. And he is going to book it 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 over here. Yep. And that is his turn.
So was he a child or a halfling? Oh, he's the gnome?
He's a gnome. And considering the laugh that he gave you and his deft movements of the sword, he's either a very talented gnome child or a little older than he appears to be.
I see.
But in order to get more information,
every gnome we've encountered is slightly demented.
you live in a fucked up world. Your backstories should have given you the hint of the wider crazy world you live in. But that's his turn. So next up, let's see who is next. Is Rowan. It's now your turn. We're still on the second floor.
I see now that there are actual children in the room, and I know that my presence is just going to scare the shit out of them even more. Hang on a second.
Yep.
I'm sorry. I think someone's at the door.
Okay.
I heard with my wolf hearing that we have 2 down, so I'm going to dash downstairs.
Okay. So, and your movement is 40, right?
What was that?
Your movement is
It's
40?
probably
It's 40, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, so that will put you right here on the first floor. So we're now back on the first floor map.
Sorry.
So if you switch to the first floor map, you'll be able to see yourself on the stairs.
I did, yes.
Okay.
And is that as far as I can go?
Yeah, that's your full 40 movement.
Okay.
You can dash as an action for another 40 feet if you want to.
Yeah, I would like to do that.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Yeah, you're able to get right up to Sora. About 15 feet in front of you, though, you can also see Galen on the ground, bleeding out, a terrible mess on the ground. His breathing is raspy, does not look good at all.
Okay. I have to be away from the keyboard for a minute.
Okay.
But I'm done with my turn.
Alrighty, no problem. Okay, so with Rowan doing that, Jarina, it is now your turn. Back to the second floor.
Okay, yes, I'm actually gonna go back to the first floor as far as I can.
Okay. So,
Because I heard Phoebe yell out that we have 2 people down.
Yeah, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You said 30, right? That's your full movement?
Yes.
Okay. So that's where you are on the first floor. That's where you are on the top of the stairs.
Okay, I am going to dash a 30 more feet towards where Sora is.
Okay, you now that you're on the first floor, you can move yourself to where you want to go.
There we go. And I will end my turn there.
Alrighty. All right. So the first thing that happens now is on the second floor. I just got to check to see where we are, which map I'm using. Okay, so on the second floor, a little confusing, folks. Thank you for bearing with us. Leah, you can actually see now the kids are all now screaming as this as the gnome attacked you and then ran and they begin to run away from you. 15, 10, 15, 5, yeah, they just begin like and trying to get into the corners and try to get away specifically from you and what's going on. So that's what they do. And then you hear once again,
Oh, well, it seems like you're not having a very good day. I guess you should have taken my offer. They're not going to find your bodies. I promise.
all right, top of the round. Here's the big one. Galen, I need you to make a death saving throw.
Just one
Just a d20.
normal. Yep.
You got to get 10 or higher.
11.
That is a success. Lucky. Lucky. Alrighty. So next up is Leah. What would you like to do, Leah?
Still in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and the kids scattered like ants.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go after the little bastard who stabbed me.
Okay. Go for it. You saw where he went. You saw which way he went.
I'm gonna use my daggers.
Okay. So as you round the corner, you see him like with his sword getting ready. He sees he's like
16 plus 8 is 24.
yeah, that'll hit.
One d4 plus 5, I rolled a 2. Plus 5 is 7.
7 damage. Right. Well, what was the extra damage from?
It's just 1d4 plus 5.
Plus 5. Okay.
So I
Yeah,
rolled
okay.
a 2 plus 5 is 7.
Okay, no problem. All right, yeah. You throw the dagger and it hits him. He's like, ugh. It pulls out the dagger, drops it, and as he pulls out the dagger, you can see that underneath his clothing, he's wearing armor.
I see. I have something called Whales of the Grave,
Mm-hmm.
where I can deal an immediate second attack. Would I be able to do that at him?
Yeah, that's what you can do. Yeah. So that's part of your bonus action, right? Or
It
is
doesn't
it
say it's just a continuation action. It doesn't have a bonus action in front of it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So go for it.
There's no hit DC or anything.
You would
Just
you
2
still have
DC.
well, you still have to
What?
roll to it. You still have to roll to attack.
Okay.
Oh, actually, hold on. I'm sorry. Whales from the grave. As you hit, let's see. Oh no, it only works after you deal sneak attack damage,
Oh, okay. All right.
and it's targeting a second creature 30 feet from the first one.
Okay.
So,
It says, it's 17th level. You can deal this as necrotic damage to the first creature. I see.
yeah. It's not yet. It's still
All right,
good. It's still good, but it's just only after you use the sneak attack damage. So, all right, but he does he does take that damage.
Okay. I'm gonna disengage and I'm gonna hide over here, but I'm gonna block these children from getting hit.
Okay. Well, you don't need to disengage because you're not like within melee from him. You only need to disengage if you're in melee with someone.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I know he's got a short sword, the little bastard. I don't want him hitting me again.
Okay. All right. So that's your turn, Leah. Okay, great. Squall, it is now your turn.
I'm gonna go ahead and check the door right in front of me.
All right, so we're on the second floor. Okay. So as you pop those doors open, let me just adjust screens here so everybody can see what's happening. And need to move your in. A lot going on here, folks. Thank you for bearing with me. All right. So, as you pop those doors open, there's an immediate as you look into this room and see about 6 or 7 children immediately like get startled as the door opens. And again, you can hear sobbing and crying. You can see some of them, they're looking like they've been crying. I need you to make a very quick perception check.
$14.
14. As you just kind of peer in very, very quickly, you can see right here. Actually, let me just adjust it really quickly. you can see a large hole in the floor. Can you see that? Is that?
Yes.
Okay. You can see a large hole in the floor right there. But you can still see these kids crying.
Okay. I'm gonna go into the room.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell at these kids. You should hide under your beds because we're hunting a foul beast. And I'm gonna try to ignore them otherwise.
Are you asking them nicely, or are you trying to intimidate them to do what you want them to do?
I'm being very stern. I'm not being kind about it.
All right. So roll an intimidation check for me, please.
Okay.
With advantage, because they're children.
Right. Good.
Scare the pants off them.
So glad I had advantage. That is a unnatural 20.
Okay. The little girl in front of you immediately pees her pants. And begins crying incessantly, like more so than she was before you walked in. But she definitely seems to be afraid of you and is beginning to make her way away from you. The other children who are a little further away definitely seem to be like, okay. And are starting to move. It's not their turn yet, so they're not able to move right now, but they seem to be in the process of running the fuck away from you.
Good.
As you seem to have been successful in scaring the shit out of them.
Good. I believe there's another door in front of me as well.
Actually, it's not a door. It is an opening. It is a little dark in there, but if you'd like to make a perception check as well, that might open up some of that for you.
11.
I'll say, while it is a little difficult to make out, you can make out that there are more children in this room and more beds. And they also seem to be scared and crying, and as they're staring right at you. Some of them seem to be able to see you without any problem. But that's kind of where we are. That's kind of what you can see in this moment.
Okay. And I guess I should have a little bit of movement, yeah? So
yeah, you only moved 5 feet, yeah.
10, 15, 20, 25. And again, is this another opening in front of me?
That is, let me see real quick what that is. No, these actually seem to be just stone walls in this area.
Fair enough. The same, I imagine, would these kids have heard me from the other room, or?
You get the impression they probably did, because as you moved closer into the room, they're like,
Right. Cool. Again, I believe I'm gonna end my turn here, as I'm still making my way, breaching and clearing each room.
Okay.
So, yeah.
You have not taken an action yet. Would you like to take an action? Or hold one?
I'm gonna again hold a defensive melee attack in case somebody tries some funny business.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so holding an action. Good to know. All right. So as that happens, next up be that dude is dead. DED dead. All right, so we're gonna stay on the second floor as this little girl who's crying, not the one that pissed her pants, but the one that you moved into the second room. She's crying. She goes, "Ah, ah," and she starts running to you, Mister, and you absolutely can attack now. As you can see, as she's running towards you, she starts to throw a swing at you. So you definitely attack her if you like. With your held action.
I'm gonna make an unarmed strike then, if possible.
Okay.
And just kind of like backhand her, because she's a kid and I'm not trying to kill her.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead. 12.
What'd you get?
Oh, 12? Did you?
12. Unfortunately, does not hit.
Okay.
As she does run up on you and takes a swing at you. You watch as the wig that she's wearing falls off. And it is clearly not a little girl, but a little boy. But still takes 3 unarmed attacks at you. So the first strike, she goes for your knee. That's going to be a 24 to hit.
Yes.
And you take 5 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
11.
11. You feel all of your muscles lock up. You are stunned until the end of this individual's round. Next round. So for a whole turn, you are stunned. She will take 2 more attacks at you at advantage because you are stunned. So the next attack is 19 to hit.
That hits.
You take 11 bludgeoning damage as she hits you in the other knee. And now she's gonna try and go for a shin kick. Sweep the leg, Johnny. With a 17.
Yes, hits.
Okay. So with that one, you take 11 bludgeoning damage, and I need you to make a strength saving throw at disadvantage because you are stunned. Actually, I'm sorry, not strength. Dexterity. That's my fault. I'm sorry. Dexterity.
There's an 8.
Okay. While you are stunned, you are now also knocked prone, as you are unable to fight the momentum as she sweeps your leg. You hit the ground, and your body is just locked up. Still holding your sword, but you just can't move. Every muscle in your body is locked up, seemingly hit some kind of pressure point. And you are starting to get the feeling that this is probably one of the individuals that was downstairs earlier. Is now upstairs. That Galen ran into. So that's their turn. Let's see. Phoebe, it is now your turn. Let's switch.
I am going to move down the corridor as far as I can go.
Okay.
Am I close enough to open the doors?
Okay, so you can see the doors. You are close enough to open. You're close enough to open them. You grab the door. It's locked.
All right. That's my action, right?
That's your movement.
Okay. I'll roll perception if I like hear anything behind the door.
Okay, roll perception check. That's going to be your action.
Okay. Because I want to wait for someone. 14.
14. As you're kind of looking, the door's locked. You're kind of listening, you're looking. There's no light behind the door. You don't hear anything. The smell of smoke is still starting to permeate the air down here, but it doesn't seem to be coming from this area. There's no light behind the doors. You don't hear any shuffling or movement or anything.
Can I tell which direction the smoke is strongest?
Make a perception check. That'll be your action. What you get?
Oh, I don't smell shit. That one.
Yeah, it's there's too much going on. It's very very hard for you to concentrate and figure out what's going on.
Especially after being stunned and being pissed off at that little fucker.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty. So at the end that's the end of your turn. All right. So this is so confusing. All right, back to the second floor. All right, switch. Second floor. All right. So Leah, you watch as this little fucker, as you so succinctly put it, he looks at you as you kind of back up and trying to protect the other children. And he goes, "All right." He runs over here. There's some shuffling. Comes back and points a crossbow at you. And a very small crossbow, and he is going to take a shot at you.
I'd like to use uncanny dodge, of course.
Okay, yeah, you can use that. You can use that once a turn. So that's going to be a 20 to hit, and you will take 6 piercing damage, halved to 3 because of your uncanny dodge. He chuckles, and then runs behind here. And he is going to roll a stealth check as you lose sight of him because of the kind of like wood boards that are behind the beds. It actually obscures his. He's so small. He obscures his your vision of him. And he's going to roll a stealth check, and that is going to be. What is his stealth? Okay. All right. And so as far as you know, he just ran behind there, and you currently do not see him. All righty. So next up is Rowan. Back to the first floor. What would you like to do, Rowan?
I'd like to find the source of the smoke, please, with my woof senses.
Okay. Make a perception check for me, please. And do you get advantage? All right, so roll that with advantage.
$23.
23. All right. So as you begin kind of sniffing the air, just you definitely can smell what you would probably feel like is the source of the smoke coming from this area.
Down that long dark hall.
most likely behind those double doors.
Okay, so I go down the hall and I start howling at the door.
Okay, your full movement?
It's 40,
15,
yeah.
20, 25, 30, 35, 40. All right, so yeah, Jarena, Rowan runs right past you and Sarah, and she's now like looking at the double doors, just.
Does it look like I can open those doors without opposable thumbs?
You could certainly try. Wolf. I've seen stranger things.
I'd like to do a bite attack on the door, please.
Oh, you're not even at the door yet. The doors
Yeah.
are over here.
I know. So if I run up and like jump on it to try to open it, would that work?
Body slam it?
You could certainly try.
I assume I'm at least 100 pounds as a wolf.
You'd have to use your action to dash to get to the door.
But I can't like jump on the door with that same action.
It's technically an attack, which would be an action. You know what? I will allow you to use your dash action as long as you run full force and don't try to stop yourself.
No, I'm not knocking myself out.
It's either that or you can just get up to the door and then that's it, because it would literally take an action for an animal with no opposable thumbs to try and figure out how to open a door. Not that you don't know how to open a door, it's how you do it without opposable thumbs.
Granted, it's not the dumbest thing you've ever done so far.
So I leave it up to you.
Words of encouragement. I don't know where they came from.
I leave it up to you what you would like to do. Because you do have there is absolutely a chance that if you run at that door full force with the weight of your body, it will open that door. But there's also a chance that it won't work. So it's up to you what you'd like to do.
Can I gauge whether or not that's a push or pull door by looking at it?
All right. So to do that would cost you an action, which then would negate the possibility of you moving forward. So tell me what you want to do.
I'm dashing at it. I'm dashing at it. Because goddamn, something has to happen.
Okay. So you're using your action to dash it. I want you to make a strength check for me, please. As you're running at this door.
Strength is 12 or +1.
So yeah, so
I'm not sure how to roll this.
It's a D20 plus 1.
Okay.
So whatever your strength modifier is. So you said it's a +1, so that's what you use.
12.
12. Okay. All right. So just want to see very quickly if I have. Oh wait, here it is. Here it is. Okay. All right. So as you run full force into this door, two things happen. The first thing that happens is the weight of your body slams the doors wide open. The second thing that happens is you do take 3 bludgeoning damage just from hitting the doors. It was just an amount of force that, did a little damage. But as these doors fly open, any second now, there you go. All right. You see in the back of this room a raging inferno of a fire where it looks like what were logs are set ablaze, and the whole side of this back wall is also engulfed in fire. There is black smoke filling this room, and you do see what seem to be about 6 or 7 children kind of huddled in this area. And as you get a closer view of this room, it looks like a large dining hall. So you can see like two large tables. There are like plates, with random things, utensils and such on the tables. But these children are crying and screaming and kind of huddling together for protection, and like also seem very unsure, like what to do, where to go. They just don't know what to do. And that's what you see. And you are actually, considering the momentum you had, you are in the room now. You're not just at the door, you're in the room. So that is, and with this fire, you can see everything lit up in this room. But the black smoke is beginning to start. Right now, it's at the top of the ceiling, and it is beginning to lower and begin to fill this room. So you have full visibility right now. Who knows how long that will last? But that is your turn.
Okay.
That's a good turn. All right. Jarina, it is now your turn. Back to the first floor.
Okay, so this is gonna get a little complicated, but it's gonna be awesome, I swear. I'm gonna move 5 feet. All right, hold on.
Oh, we were on the first floor. My bad.
I'm gonna move 5 feet towards Galen. Using my class feature, Circle of Morality, I'm going to cast Healing Word at level 3 on Galen, which gives him, that's 14 HP.
Galen, you're still prone, but you are now conscious and at 14 hit points.
All right, I'm going to yell at him, get your ass up, go upstairs and help out Leah and Squall. And then I'm going to run the 25 feet towards the upstairs.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my action to dash 30 feet upstairs.
Okay, so now we move back to the second floor.
Yes, sir.
And that's going to put you right here at the... You're not completely at the top of the steps yet, but you are making your way up there.
Got it. And then I'm going to end my turn.
All right. Another good turn. All righty. So now that it's Jarina's turn. All right. That actually puts us back at the top of the round. And with that, you hear once again.
I don't know about you. There's something about the smell of a good fire. It's just wonderful, isn't it? But just do what you feel is best. Keep going after some of the children. Let some of your friends die. It's fine. You will all meet the same fate. You will all die here.
And that is where we're going to call it for the evening.
God damn it.
I swear it sounded more awesome in my head.
What sounded more awesome?
I don't know. I guess because I was saying it so fast, like I didn't build up the awesomeness of it.
No, that was a great turn. Like you guys had some great turns there. Like that was awesome. Like you're starting to utilize your tools, which is great. So no, that was good. That was good, everybody. That's right, Gabe. You tell him. Alrighty. So I didn't realize that Gabe actually let people know when somebody was banned. So that's good.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
It's cute.
that's
Like,
very
yeah,
cute.
get away from my family.
Yeah.
Swipe.
Swipe. All right. No, but another great game, everybody.
Really was. Good session.
That was good. I can't wait to see what happens next week with the fighting in the orphanage battle here. There are definitely some interesting things happening. Some nail biter moments, especially for you, Galen.
There was a 50-50 chance of me dying.
That was clutch. You super lucky. That was a great roll because, man, Wow, that was you like this close. This close. But yeah, good game.
I mean, we
Everybody.
did have the group inspo as backup. Just saying.
Okay, that's fair. But no, that was a good game, everybody. Yeah. So with that, thank you to my players. Thank you to everyone who is watching and supporting what we're doing. Thank you again to my patrons. As a reminder, our year anniversary is coming up, surely but slowly. But no, not slowly, quickly actually. So by November 1st, we'll have some interesting things. Not only will the merch be rotated into something new, but we'll also be having some interesting stuff going here on these streams as well. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with us. We hope you had a good time. Want to do a few quick shout outs. Thank you to Zero Shisama for the raid. Thank you so much. We appreciate you and appreciate the raid. And again, once again, thank you everybody for watching. We do appreciate it. So, as we close out, as we always do, we definitely do raid someone else who is deserving of the support that we get here as well. So please, don't leave right away when we end. When we raid, please show them some love. And I hope you enjoyed watching us play as much as we enjoyed playing. Yeah, Ty, you are absolutely right. I am so sick of these bots. But I want to thank my mods also for keeping on top of all of that. So thank you. So with that, we're going to end for the evening. Remember, be kind to yourself, be kind to each other, and let's keep supporting each other in the things that we do. And we will see you next time. Take care.